7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
First down, Williams. It's taken in by Gxlden. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Escapes out to the left. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a third down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Williams to throw on third. It's on target to Moore. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down, here's Swift. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line, second down. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Out of the shotgun to get to Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Here he goes, third and long. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. All right, partner, one drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while. Man, that offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. This makes it up to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Flacco. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. On the return for the Bears, Devin Duvernay. Is this clean at the 30? He dodged the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Now here's Williams. They set up a screen here to Swift. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy's 40. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard
No doubt they
line.
take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They run the counter with Swift. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Now, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Williams with the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's the gain of a yard. That's good for a Bears 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. That's more of the catch out left. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Good stop made by Barrett Carter.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down, here's Williams. And that's got it. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and goal, Chicago.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Swift. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to Swift. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, Williams. The back grabs it. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 20-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Bengals, nothing.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that 1 stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Shotgun snap to Flacco. They connect down the sideline. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Ben Johnson reaching for that red flag, and he will throw it. He's going to challenge that last call.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Gets this to Fant. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Counter play, Brown. On the move, past the 40. And he has this down to the 34. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering why. How do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play happens so fast, and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
A gain of 22 more yards. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Back to throw now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He has it on the QB sneak. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down to the 2 on third down. They've got themselves a first and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
And he goes down. The Bears got him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
A first and goal pass, yeah, it can be an active surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make second and goal much, much more difficult.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal. Flacco off the play action. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain for being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals cut it to a field goal game.
Bengals 7.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's a return from the 7. Jukes away from 1. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. First and 10 now from the 30. Williams to throw. He'll try and run this. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. The right side hauled in by Komet. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Running with Swift out of the gun. Running in the red zone. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Swift. Will score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears stretch their early lead to 9. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Bengals 7.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Samaje Perine on the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 17-7. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he picks up about 4 yards before they send him out. So 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Brown again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
3rd down, it's Flacco. He gives it to Fant. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Flacco's going to throw here on first. Brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's a design boot. He finds Brown right side. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Brown on the inside give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw. Finds the end round complete. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 19-yard
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss, but give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Flacco. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This only a chip shot from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. Escapes a defender. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Running behind center with Swift. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
For a Bears first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to run here. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Swift. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bears take a 13-point lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14.
24. Bengals 10.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, this is Piron. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bengals, down running back Chase Brown, getting set to begin another drive here. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First call here coming from the shotgun. Taken in by Chase, left side. This gets forward to around the 29. Javon Dexter escorted into the ground.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Here we go, play action with Flacco. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Catch made. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. They'll go play action. Connects with fans. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
They are throwing it again. He finds Fate. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
22 more yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the gun, Piron. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They call pass on second and goal. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
24. Bengals 17.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Now here he goes. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Williams off the play fake. Has his man, it's Smythe. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it gets to Brown. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Caught quickly on the slant. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals tie this game up.
24-24.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bears about set for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bears first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Williams to throw on first. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground, it's Monangai. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bears with a chance to break this tie. 3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, 3rd down. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears get some late points and the lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Swift. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bears get some late points and the lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 24.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now throw to start the drive. Right side cut by Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Trying to throw this from the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Flacco off the play action. Finds a man right side. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Throw left side, complete. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the red zone now. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals earn the chance to tie before halftime. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals bring it back to even. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. We dodge the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He takes it himself. And he'll go down here. Covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing here just before halftime. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, this is Piron. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our 2nd half. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Brown quick on the draw here. And he'll fly ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Flacco.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now the inside handoff to Swift. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Going to run again with Swift. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And he's got a free play here. He finds him over the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
So they'll decline this and take the results.
That penalty is declined.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. One of the tight ends motioning right. Off the play fake, Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And they take him down right along the 30.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Second and 3 now. On play action, here's Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. Drops it underneath, Swift. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, they need 7. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Completed over the middle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. And the shotgun to give to Swift. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have second and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Guy does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Third and hardly anything. Just need the length of the football. Williams with a sneak. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Bears grab the lead on their first series of the half. Caleb Williams, the touchdown! On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 31.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On a return, this is Piron. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Finds Chase on the slant. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 from the 41. It's a design boot. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. They're throwing it. He's got it over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. He is not quite to the marker there. Just 2 yards on that play, Brock. And now one interesting decision coming up on 4th down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
4th down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it. Here we go with Brown. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll run again with Brown. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Has it in close. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
A gain of 10.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Good yardage run here for Brown. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's another Bengals first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st down, and they go right back to it. This is ahead for about 5. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there being looked at now. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pass play now. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Right side cut by Higgins. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. That one connects. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Quick throw in the hands of Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals can tie it up after hitting Pater in the 3rd. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals tie this game up.
McPherson.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Williams from the gun. Now Tamar on the quick slant. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, here's Swift. He's got a gain of 6 there. Dax Hill up for the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Williams. Hits him on the in route. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Williams on the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The Bengals and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Flacco. Finds the in route complete. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's going to throw this one. He's got it. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
So through 3, we're still knotted up in what's been an absolute shootout. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Look in the air here. He brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st down, ball at the 36. A tight end in motion now. Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. That one's complete over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Here's Brown again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first. So calling a half dozen on that run block. It's second down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. This time it's a passing play. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All I'm hearing in my head is touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down, because it was said about a gazillion times in the NFL to me when you get in the red zone. It's not sack. Touchdown to check down. You can't take a sack on 1st down in the red zone.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. He's going to throw it. That's incomplete left side.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Flacco. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 45, Bears 38.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. On the return, this is Piron. Jukes away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bengals and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Look to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Working now from the gun. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 3 now. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Catch made. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's another Bengals 1st down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Flacco off the play action. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Sticking to the air here. The left side, caught by Higgins. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Shotgun now on third down. That's caught for the first. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. We go play action with Flacco. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
52, Bears 45.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Here's Duvernay on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Still time to go, Brock, but their touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. third. Complete right side. Burden has it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They'll bring out the punter here. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 from the 41. On the ground, Brown. No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule?
That's good.
That was it.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Finds Higgins for another grab. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Counterplay, Brown. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5. The Bears decide to call their 1st timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Motioning one of the tight ends. Move on 2nd, it's Brown. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. with Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
At the 20-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals leading by 7. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Run with Brown. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. 3rd down, give to Brown. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Cincinnati.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this round, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have an offensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.